Welcome back, YouTube. As you can see, my seeds have come in, and I'm just going to do the standard drop them in water and see what happens, and see if they sink, give them 24 hours and see what happens. I did get quite a few number of seeds, different kinds. I got singles in most cases because I usually have pretty good luck. I got these from Sensible Seeds in the UK. Great company to deal with, always have high quality seeds, never had a problem. So the ones we're putting down, we're going to put down Shark Widow, which came in this nice little tin container, Shark Widow CBD, Bubblegum, which is from Kera Seeds. This is a Kera Classic, one piece. This is from Fast Buds. It's called Zkittlez Auto, and we're also doing one from Black Skull Seeds, which is called Pineapple Gum Auto. Since I'm doing a bunch of individual ones, I have labeled my cups so I can keep track who is who and where is what. When I put them down in their pots when they finally pop, I'll be labeling them as well down there. As soon as we get them in there, I'll give you an update tomorrow. Welcome back, everybody. It's the next day. As you can see, it looks like the seeds have all dropped down into the bottoms of the cups. Everybody sank. I've been kind of just waiting on them just to see. There you go. What they're going to be going into is a little propagator here. These are just basically rooter plugs. They're a generic kind, nothing fancy. What's surrounding them is just cocoa core. That's what's going to be going in. Now I'm going to put all my seeds in these to start with. I don't do the paper towel thing. I do this. That way when they sprout, they can just start growing. They'll go in a little grow tent that I have. That's just got some basic lights. I use it for houseplants mostly. And I can keep an eye on them that way. Hopefully everything will pop back up in a couple of days. These have already been soaked in a light nutrient mix just to give them a little something to go on. And we'll see what happens. I do have a little heat pad in there in the grow tent that these will sit on underneath a light. The light's not really necessary, but there are other things under there like tomatoes, that sort of thing. So when they start to come up, I'll let you know. Oh, I did want to mention that I do this with both my autos and my normal photosensitive plants, just because what I have found that if you take an auto or basically any plant and you put it in a pot that is ginormous in size, which is what they recommend to do with autos, put it in the final pot. What I've ran into is the plant spends so much time making roots that it doesn't grow. So what I like to do is I start them in these plugs like this, and then what will happen is I let them sit in there for 2 or 3 weeks till they get a nice root growth going, and then it's into their normal pots. I just take everything straight out of here, right into the pot. I don't try to break them loose. I don't break up any of the soil. The roots are as they are, right into the pot. It's just the plant barely knows what has happened. So when I get around to that, I will let you know. Good day, everybody. Welcome back. We're a few days, about 5 days from when we started the seeds, and let's take a look and see how they did or how they're doing. And we'll pull the top off of this thing and we'll take a look. As you can see, this is the heat mat. I don't know. I think I got it at Walmart a few years ago. I got a couple of them. Let's take a look. Let's see how they look here. This one right here looks like it just came right up and started doing its thing immediately. And this is the Shark Widow. I think it had a weird little, like the root doesn't know really what it's doing. It went down and went up. It doesn't know where it's going. But it's already started cutting leaves, which is just crazy. The tall one back here, this is Bubblegum. I don't know why it shot up, but it went like, it blew up. It's under the same line as all the others, so I don't know what happened here. This one is the Pineapple Punch. It's looking all right. Still got
Little seed cap on there still, but I think it's doing okay. And back here in the back is the Zkittlez. If the phone will focus. It shot up too, but it didn't go too crazy. It shot up about about half of the, well, getting there. You got to be careful when they shoot straight up, because what can happen when they shoot up like that is they'll get just too tall, and then suddenly they'll start making leaves, and then they fall down because there's just too much weight at the top. I know this setup works. I mean, you can see that's the light. It's just a flat little panel light. It's about 20 watts total right there. These tomato plants have been under here for a while. These are pepper plants here in the front, and they are huge. I need to get them outdoors, but as you can see from out the window, I don't know if you can see, it's snowing in the middle of May for some reason. So yeah, it's just above freezing outside, so nothing's growing out at the moment. So I'll give these things probably, I might go ahead and start leaving the tops off of them so that they can get more airflow, less humidity, but I may leave it on there for another day or two, and then we'll see how these look in a couple of weeks. Make sure they just stay water. You got to make sure they keep water on them. If you don't, of course, they will die. Big thing about these kinds of containers and these plugs, they dry out really quickly when you're not paying attention. That big tomato plant back there has to be watered every single day because it just dries straight out. It's soaking up so much water right now. I'm thinking about putting it in a pot just so I can get it out of that tray and into something bigger, just until it warms up outside so I can get it out in the ground. But that's the update. I have been just keeping them wet. As you can see, the tray keeps them wet pretty well. It's a little humidity dome, works pretty good. I'm probably going to start leaving it open so that there's not so much humidity stored up in the tray as there has been lately. I'll turn this around so we can take another look at it. So we got a couple of autos in here. These two right here. This one and this one, they are both autos. If you've watched my other videos, you know I've had less than spectacular luck with autos, but we'll see how they go. It may work for me this time. Somebody told me the last time, the comment was, it's probably the seeds. It's probably the seeds themselves that was the problem. But we'll see. We'll see. This is all learning and experimenting, Got to do what we do. Don't forget to subscribe.